Hello, and welcome to Skullface Horror Stories. This is where you come when you and yours want to get scared. I have exciting news. This channel reached its 100th subscriber. I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time to listen to the stories and comment and interact, and it's been really fun for me. Thank you. I'm enjoying this. Subscriber number 100 was Broken Mirror SFX. Thank you. She even went back and watched a bunch of old videos and left comments. Broken Mirror SFX. Thank you and welcome. This is a story called Isolation. We were in Antarctica, about 30 miles west of the McMurdo station, when we found a worm. At least we thought it was a worm. It was trapped under a block of ice, so we could only really see it through radar. My team melted a narrow portal, extracted the worm, and got it back to the station. There, our biologist reported that it wasn't a worm, but a tendril. Okay, still exciting. That had all sorts of implications. Was there soil beneath the ice? Fungus, maybe? It was a real wow moment for us. A few days passed. A few folks finished their rotation and hopped on a carrier to southern Chile, where they caught connecting flights home. That's when things got hairy. The biologist started acting weird, like really weird. Picture a crack addict scratching compulsively. His breathing became labored, like he had fluid in his lungs, and he started babbling about how the tendril was wriggling around. The doc got spooked and quarantined him to the sick bay. One morning she goes in and the biologist isn't moving. She cut off his gown and found what looks like a giant spiral trapped under his skin, sitting on top of his rib cage. The whole team watched on the security cam. The doc made an incision. Then this stuff spills out of him. It looked like the tendril we found, but much bigger. Next thing, the biologist goes into convulsions and flatlines. After he died, the doc performed an autopsy. She sliced the biologist open and pulled out about 3 feet of tendril, all coiled around his internal organs, writhing around and pulsating like a living thing. The doc said the biologist most likely inhaled some sort of spore emitted by the sample we brought back. Then, it started growing inside his lungs, rapidly. One of the junior research assistants yelped. We all looked around, and she's standing there poking a spongy mass underneath her skin. I can feel something inside me, she said. It's itchy. The station went into quarantine. We called the researchers who'd left, and they were all already at the compulsive scratching phase. And what's worse, they'd been hopping between airports to get home. The doc said in a worst-case scenario, we may already be looking at a global pandemic. So, right about now is where you want to start panicking. But don't. It's true. Countless people have already been exposed to this spore, but we've already tipped off the World Health Organization, and they'll be liaising with the world's governments about how best to respond. The doc says, so long as world leaders provide a coordinated, rapid response and implement immediate lockdowns that people comply with, then we can lick this thing in no time at all. It'll only be a problem if there's some sort of colossal screw up. Thank you for listening. If you have any favorite scary stories that you want me to read, link them to me in the comments or on any of my socials and I'll check them out. Don't forget to look in the description for a lot of new fun links. Until next time, always look back. Or don't.